Cronin's The Mummy is directed by, well, Lee Cronin. The younger daughter of the journalist disappears into the desert without a trace. 8 years later, the broken family is shocked when she's turned into him. So this is my catch up on 2026, just a wee catch up films that I have not a chance to see on the cinemas. I thought I might as well just give my honest take on here, just to catch up certain films. Okay, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. This is a very interesting take on the Mummy film. Now, Lee Cronin is the director. I never heard this guy. I look up to him. I think he did Evil Dead Rise, which a film that came out with, which I've not seen, Evil Dead, because he has that same aesthetic feel like Sam Raimi does with the close-up and the shock value and some disturbing imagery and all the stuff that Sam Raimi would do for his movies. Even before this film's released, there was a lot of negativity, a lot of test screenings, a lot of negative reviews, and James Wan walked out during mid-production, I believe, whatever it is, because he didn't have any faith in this film, which I try to give movies the benefit of the doubt when it comes to test screenings. I don't really believe those stuff. I always go in, wanting to find some, if it's as good as people are saying it is, or maybe it's not as great as people are saying, I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, or at least give them a benefit of a chance to succeed. And after watching this film, it was fine. It was decent. It was fairly decent enough. There are some good things about it, but there are something that holds it back from being a great film. I'll start with the positive. Lee Cronin's direction and the cinematography is really good. There are some damn good shots, especially in the house or even the desert or certain dark imagery. There are some nice, visually cool shots, and there are some creepy atmosphere towards this movie, and there's also some bloody body parts and gross out, just very body horror like. Let's just say this out of the way, there are some disgusting outright stuff in there, like teeth pulling out, some toenails and skin ripping, and coyotes eating the flesh or certain stuff. There's some certain stuff. There's some couple of times I had to look away from the screen. There were some times I was just looking away, because when certain stuff happens, I had to look away. Because then again, I'm okay with blood, but sometimes there are certain stuff that is really too graphic or too disturbing and disgusting. I had to look away. I had to go like, oh god, I had to look away. That's disgusting. I'll give it some credit. The film does a good job giving that gross out stuff that makes me turn away, because I mean, it is working. I appreciate that. Some of the interesting concepts of this film, that the investigation stuff that's the most interesting part of this film, is that when you get the investigation stuff about what happened to the daughter, why she's been possessed, why she's like that way, I thought that was a very interesting part of it. As the family stuff though, we'll get to that in a moment. As far as the sound mixing and the sound design, it's good, top quality. I think they do have a right amount, because Blumhouse know how to use sound mixing the way, even if films are not great, I can always appreciate for their sound mixing and some of the creative choices they made for it. The performances all round, like from the actors, Jack Reynor, I've seen him before, certain stuff, but he's really good here. If he's given the right script, he's good, and he does a good job. And the rest of the cast, especially the kids, they all give a good job. And especially Katie, who is fantastic, by the way, see her playing the character as she is a daughter, and when she comes the mummified creature, or kind of like the exorcist in a way, where she's twisting her arms and trying to do the exorcist, which I thought that was very creepy, and she does give a good performance, which I will applaud it for sure for that reasons alone. As far as the mix aspects, the film itself, even if it's a negative, the film is like 2 hours and 10 or 15 minutes long. It could have been cut down a little bit, because there's certain aspects of the film that it just felt way too long, and it just felt a drag, because certain stuff, like you get the investigation stuff, which is the most interesting parts, but as far as the family stuff, I think that's what's kind of holding back, because the family stuff couldn't work, because there is some good stuff in there. They do have they have the broken family, they lost their daughter, trying to get them to find their daughter back, but they do have their daughter back. There is a good idea in there. I totally get what Lee Cronin is trying to go for, the creativity. Unfortunately, the family aspects is kind of dull and very hollow and shallow. There are some good things in there with the family stuff, but I just wish there was more. I wish there could have been more development with the characters, and there could have been more stuff. It could have been explored more here. It could have done well, because, like I said, the stuff in here does work, but I just wish the execution could have done better, could have been more well executed, or maybe they could have done things a little bit differently. If I was making a film, maybe I could have done a little bit more of it, because when you get to the investigation stuff, that's the most interesting part, because you want to find out what's going on with that girl who's been missing, why she's been mummified. You do get that sense of like, okay, that's going to work. That really works very well. As far as the story goes, it's very predictable. I just knew where stuff is going. I get the feeling there's a right idea where the stuff is going, and there's so many things that made me go, God, why? Just why? There are some good interesting ideas, but I just felt like the film could be making it a little less predictable, because I know the moment at the end of the film, I kind of go, I knew what's going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. I had a right idea where it's going, but at the same time, yeah, it's... Like I said, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, it's not horrible. It's not bad per se. It's not a bad film. While there are some interesting concepts, I like the concept. The execution left to be desired, and the family stuff could have done a little bit better. I wish they could have done it. It's not horribly made. It is well made, and it is well acted, and the sound design is good. So there are some things there to like. If you want to see some gross out stuff, you're going to get this here. It is handled well, and it does work for the film's favour, and it did work for me. Things start to fall apart when she becomes possessed. It's the story and the execution could have been more worked on. It could have done a little bit better. I appreciate the attempt. There are some good ideas. I just wish the film could have done better. But I appreciate Lee Cronin's work, and he does try his best to make the best movies he can. So I'll give him that plot for sure. I'm going to give Lee Cronin's The Mummy a C+. I appreciate the attempt there. There's a good attempt, but I would say check it out if you have not seen it. I would say check it out if you want to have a good time, if you want to watch it as a Blumhouse fan. You enjoy it, you have a good time, but don't expect the story too much from it. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, comment down below. Have you seen Lee Cronin's The Mummy? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you think it's alright, or do you absolutely hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked this review, hit that like button, and of course, hit that subscribe button if you have not. And of course, hit that icon bell for more future videos just like this. See ya!